So for the next couple of editions of North Bay Matters, we're going to do something a little bit different. And tonight, it's going to be Peter Chirico from the Chamber of Commerce. And of course, the Chamber is highly involved in the election in terms of holding a couple of events that we're going to get a preview of. But also, we're going to talk about, how this past council has been, what needs to happen. The Chamber is always looking at business side of things, but certainly taking all of North Bay life into account. We'll ask Mr. Chirico about that and what he's hoping for the future, maybe for this next council.
And Mr. Cogeco isn't shy to talk cannabis, and that is going to be front and center come October 17th. So I have a feeling that might come up in conversation as well.
It very well could, and of course we're going to take calls as well. So there's a lot of hot button topics certainly in the news lately, but even something like the casino, which has been hanging over the city's head for a few years now. Is it going to happen? When is it going to happen? Well, who knows what topics we'll tackle tonight, but it'll be neat to get a fresh voice from Peter Chirico, who is no stranger to politics himself and certainly has always kept an eye on what's happening politically in the city and in the country for that matter.
And being that he is a former city councillor and managing director of community services, this could give another different insight. His hands aren't tied being a part of the city right now. He's a chamber president and CEO, so maybe he'd be able to talk a little more freely than if he was still employed by the city.
Well, and he's got an inside scoop to a couple of different, he was a city employee and he was a city councillor and deputy mayor for that matter for a while as well. So he's got an inside track on how all of this works. So it'll be interesting to speak with him and to have him, not part of that now. Maybe he'll speak a little bit freely, although Pete's been he usually shoots from the hip. So we'll see what happens tonight. Should be a lot of fun.